Welcome to the Game Changers on India's elite lifestyle channel, Luxry TV. This is Vishnupriya and today we are hosting someone who is special to talk, understand and experience on a very serious topic on being happy. Please welcome Dr. Gurava Reddy, who needs no introduction. He is the Managing Director of Sunshine Hospital, an orthopedic surgeon par excellence, fully to the core, actor, music lover, dancer, and he's a YouTube channel owner, radio jockey, writer, columnist, many more things. So please welcome Dr. Gurava Reddy. Welcome to the show, sir.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good.
Good.
So let's start the show with your childhood memories.
Yeah, I was born in Guntur in a rickshaw. Yeah, when my mother was going to the hospital, I could not wait. So I just came into this world in rickshaw. And it was a cinematic setting, the heavy downpour, the whole electricity has gone and the rickshaw tire got burst and then I came into this world. So that is how dramatic and cinematic my birth was. I was born to middle class parents and I got two brothers. I'm the eldest one.
And whom do you resemble a lot from your parents?
I resemble physically, I don't know, I don't resemble either my mother or father, but especially my nose, I resemble my mother, I think. But by mannerisms, by nature, I am more like my mother. My mother has given me all the things which I have.
So how do you describe yourself in 5 words?
Fun-loving, always trying to help others, and I'm a very family-oriented, friendly, and patient-centric.
So how do you describe unconditional love?
For me, unconditional love is, as you rightly said, it should be unconditional. There should not be any expectation, and you should be always ready to give whatever the season, whatever the reason. So that is unconditional love.
The way of ideology and everything is quite different, and I don't find this like in other doctors, or you look very positive and you always carry the positive aura around you. And can you tell me your secret mantra? Like, how do you put your patients when they come to you to your hospital?
Yeah.
Like, when they step into your cabin, every patient has that fear. And when they step out of your cabin, they go out with a smile. So how do you, send that patient out with a smile and, they don't have that fear anymore. So what is the secret mantra you have?
Yeah, a lot of people keep asking me that. To be frank, there is no secret there. I'm just myself. That is God given me that privilege or blessing. Whatever I talk, whatever I do, it is from the heart. And so when a patient comes to my cabin, I don't see him as a patient, I see him as my family member. The moment you consider somebody as a family member, all the barriers are broken. So you go and touch his soul, you be friendly with him. You are like with your child or with your brother in the living room. So there is no barrier. Unfortunately, a lot of doctors have got this invisible curtain between them and the patients, which is very, very unfortunate. So I don't have that screen. So I'm very open and I'm very jovial, and sometimes so jovial that my colleagues think that I'm really unprofessional and I make it a very light of this and I make a fool of myself. But so be it, but patients like it. So that's what I do in my clinic. I touch every patient's soul within 5 minutes. That God has given me that blessing. And I do what I enjoy and I enjoy what I do. So that's as simple as that.
So this is your secret mantra.
That is a secret mantra. That's why I don't get tired. I see almost 100 plus patients every day. I operate 20 patients every day. My whole day is almost 14 hours non-stop work. But I'm as fresh in the evening as I am in the morning.
Yeah, we can see you like that.
Yeah.
You look very fresh and very energetic all
Yeah,
the
that
time.
is because of my positive nature. And again, that's a God-given blessing. And I never feel low or I never feel negative about something. There are so many bad things or negative things happen to me also. I'm like anybody. But I don't let it linger in my person. or in my persona. I just want to throw it out and again get into the positive mood. That makes me going, and I'm very, very happy about that.
So your words are like inspiration to everybody who watched the video.
Thank you so much. But as I said, I'm not a yogi, or I'm not a guru here to teach or preach the people. This is what I am. But I don't have any qualms in telling about myself. I got my weaknesses, I got my frailties, I got my deficiencies, but this is what I am. So that's it.
What is your biggest fear?
My biggest fear is in the physical way, water and the heights. Yeah, both of them I fear. I feel that I will be drowned at some stage. But other than that, but coming to the abstract way, my fear is sometimes if I lose a friend, if I lose a family member, that is the biggest fear in me.
So if you weren't a doctor, so what would you have been now?
I would like to be an IAS officer. I always wanted to be a collector as a child, of course. I also wanted to be a doctor, but I also got this collector in my mind because you got a lot of power to do the things and you can make a big difference in the lives of the people. But unfortunately, I could not get a proper guidance in my college days. Otherwise, I would have been as happy as being a collector. Yeah.
And as you said, in your childhood, you used to imagine that, when you used to go to clinic and look at the tube lights and thought of being a doctor. Before that, did you ever thought of being a doctor before getting into that clinic?
No, not at all, because I was so young and for me it was just a fun and moving around. But my mother always wanted me to be a doctor. But this incidents I very well remember. It was probably, I must be around 10, 12 years or less than that. So this doctor's clinic in Bapatla, that's where I grew up. It was so beautiful and the life full of tube lights, nice Murphy baby calendars and doctor white and white, very immaculately dressed. So I thought, oh, if I become doctor, I can have a clinic like that. But that's what the first seed. But then it was reinforced by my mother. My mother always wanted me to be a doctor.
So if you would like to change something in the world, what would you change?
In the world?
Yeah.
Oh boy. I think the world is a better place to live now, no doubt about that. A lot of good things are happening. That's what, again, I am very passionate about, the positivity. And in fact, the world now is a better place to live than 100 years back. But surrounding us, there is a lot of negativism which has got a publicity. I always say that good news are always orphans. Bad news have got a lot of friends. They spread fast. Even the papers, television, everybody picks up the bad news and put it there. If you see the paper, there is a crime page. But where is the good page? There is nothing like a goodness page or a charity page. So that's why the world, we feel that it is very bad and negative. But the world is a better place to live now. So I don't need to change much, but if God gives me power to change, probably I will weed out corruption and I'll make the inequalities, like racial and all that stuff. All the people should be the same. Those two things I wanted.
So you want to end the racism?
Yeah, that's right.
Corruption.
Exactly.
And you read books a lot.
Yeah, I'll read a lot. I used to read a lot, but now the one price or big price I have to pay for my busy schedule is I don't have the time to read the books. But even now I grab the books, I read a book to go to sleep, I read a book in the flight. I can't read the books in the car because they got a motion sickness, so I can't read them. In the car, I listen to music or I see Netflix or Amazon movies. The books I used to read a lot, and my favorite books are many.
Can you name 5?
Right, okay. One book is The World in My Pocket. It's a beautiful book by James Headley Chase. He is a small, like a detective fiction writer. It's one of my first books in college, in my intermediate. So that book literally stayed in my mind. And second book is The Day of the Jackal by Frederick Forsyth. It's also a wonderful book. It was made into a movie. I must have read it more than 10 times. Still, I feel that every page. That is another great book. And more abstract way, more impact way, the Ayn Rand book, The Fountainhead. That is again a great book I read and which left a lasting impression in me. And there are so many Telugu books also. I read a lot of Telugu. Telugu books, one book I want to quote is there is a sort of poetry book called Amrutam Kurisina Ratri by Balagangadhar Tilak, which is a great book. And another book by Annapareddy Veerendranath, Vennello Adapilla. These two books also, which are very, created a lot of good impact in me. But I read a lot of biographies. I love biographies. Nelson Mandela biography, The Road to Freedom, is one of my most favorite books. So I read a lot of biographies and autobiographies. At this moment, I am reading Michelle Obama, the President Barack Obama's wife book, Becoming. Last month, I was reading VVS Lakshman autobiography. Month before, I was reading Captain Gopinath, Air Deccan Managing Director's biography. And now the next book is NTR biography, which is on my desk. So all biographies, I read them.
So what accomplishment are you proud of?
I'm not still proud of many things in my life. But if you ask me two things, one thing is the amount of the people whom I touch with my expertise. The people whom I made to walk, who were in the wheelchair before. And these people are my accomplishment. I feel good and proud. And second thing is I taught so many students to learn the joint replacement surgery. So that is, being a teacher gives me a lot of satisfaction.
So you like giving your...
Yeah, I like giving my expertise and knowledge to others so that they can go and spread the light of wisdom. So I'm really proud and happy and fulfilled in that front that I managed to teach so many people.
That's really...
Yeah. I feel good about it. Yeah.
Yeah. So which type of music has influenced you a lot?
Oh, I love music from all the genres except the heavy metal, rock and all that stuff. I love the old Hindi music. I love old Telugu music. And I love instrumental, both classic and the organ. I love Kenny G music, that's instrumental music. And I used to enjoy even the opera and the Indian classic and Western classic, all the sort of music. So instrumental music is very close to my heart. Coming to the film music, I love old music, Rafi, Kishore, Lata, these people. Rafi's music I love. And in Telugu, I used to enjoy Ghantasala music in the olden days. And I love the sort of nice, soulful melodies. I don't like the heavy rock and metal. And coming to the English music, I'm a great fan of ABBA, Beatles, and Boney M, and Cliff Richard. So these sort of people really, really keep me going.
So do you even sing?
Fortunately, the one best thing that I have done to the humanity is I don't sing. I always tell the people that is the best thing that I have done to the humanity.
Can you do one of your favorite songs from Telugu?
Favorite songs Telugu? Oh, there are many, but one song always haunts me is one from old Aradhana, where again I like Moonlight. Savitri is on the terrace with Nageshwara, their Moonlight song. That is Vennellaloni Vikasame Veliginchadani Kanula Vedana Marichi Prashantiga Nidurinchumu Ee Vela. That means if you translate in English, I will get all the happiness from the moon and sing it for you. You forget all the worries and sleep. That's what.
It looked like even you're a poet also.
I don't say I'm a poet, but I'm a writer. I got a lot of ideas and I just scribble them. That's how I wrote the book. You know that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Guravareddy book I wrote almost 5 years back. I used to write an art, column every week in Andhra Jyoti Weekly, Navya. And so it has become quite popular, and then I published it as a book called Guravareddy, all the articles. So it was just my take on life, and so just very pure, humorous, very light-hearted coffee table book. There's nothing serious in that, either by literary standards or by conceptual standards. It is a very light, what all I talk, what all I blabber, I put it on the script wise. So, but many people enjoyed that book. because they felt that they identified themselves with that book.
So they connect with your
Yeah, they
writing.
connected with my writing. I did it very, very casually. I put all my childhood memories. I put my reminiscences of life. So it has come out very well. I like to write another book of that, Guravareddy Part 2, at some stage.
So this is your book?
Yeah, that is the one, my baby. And as I said, there is a lot of photographs inside and different genres. In the sense, it has moved from my personal things of how I like the life, how I like this thing, everything. Some cartoons, everything is there in
So
this
you
book.
drew those cartoons?
No, I have not drawn the cartoons. Some of their friends have drawn the cartoons. It's a wonderful experience of this book.
I would like to know what are your moral values you have?
Yeah, the values I have, I'm very fortunate that my mother and father inculcated these basic values of life in my personality right from the beginning. And some of my teachers helped a lot and some of my friends helped a lot. The values I cherish and I feel are number one is gratitude. I think that gratitude is the fundamental for any human being. As people say that I like to give, the second value is I always like to give to the people whatever their need. But the thing is, as they say, whenever you give, you should not remember. And whenever somebody gives you should not forget. So that's what gratitude is very important in my life. That's why I named my operating theaters under the names of the people who helped me in my life. I named one theater on my 10th class teacher who has literally taught me the values of my life and who developed my personality. His name is Prasad. So one theater's name is Prasad. And one theater name is Sancheti, who was my teacher in post-graduation. And one theater's name is Shastrulu, who has helped me in going to England. And one theater name is Bhaskar, who is my co-brother, who is the boss of Kim's Hospital, who helped me with my career in Hyderabad. And one theater's name is Bose. Bose is my colleague who practices in Chennai. He operated on my daughter and he literally gave a rebirth to my daughter. So all these people are very important to me. So I put their names.
So this is way of gratitude.
Yeah, so it's a gratitude. So I think that is the best way to express the gratitude. So gratitude is one value I cherish every day. Giving is another one, that is helping nature. Third one is credibility. So I always feel that any person should be credible. And the fourth important thing is positivity. As I said, I love positivity. I don't harbor negative thoughts. I don't go to the negative people. I hate gossip mongers. I feel that the negativism in the world is so bad that you should not go close to that. And I always feel another important lesson of my life is there is so much love in the world. There is no enough time to love everybody. Where is the time to hate somebody? So that's what it is. The people who got this negativism, the people who keep on hating others, they are losing their purpose of their life. Because the life is so short. There is so much of love in the world. You don't have time to love. Why should you hate somebody? So that's why if you ask me who the people who are bad to me, I don't remember them. I don't want them to be in my brain. But if you ask me the people who helped me, I can tell 100 names within 5 minutes. And that really keeps me going. That positivism and that ability to get the negative things out of my system is the fundamental bedrock on which my personality stands.
So that's how you eliminate the negativity out
Absolutely. That's what I feel and I'm great about it. I feel great. And giving also, a lot of people think that it is the people who receive are the happiest. No, but the people who give are the happiest. Because my heart feels so high, light and beautiful and I feel that I have done something.
Then
So
you
that's
give
what,
it back to
give it,
somebody.
yeah, that's what it is. Yeah.
It's a way of gratitude.
Way of gratitude,
The operation
exactly.
theaters, what you have planned.
Yeah.
Like this is like something new and different.
Yeah.
But some like
Yeah, exactly. A lot of people keep on theaters names, theater 1, 2, 3. I said no, I wanted to keep it on my people name and every day we remember 100 times.
and that is like to the rest of the life and
Yeah.
that is
Yeah.
stable and it
Exactly.
cannot be changed.
Change, yeah. Thousands of times we remember that persons.
And when people also take their name and keep
Yeah.
reminding you all
Exactly,
the time. in your life.
exactly. Yeah,
Yeah, this is really nice thought and nice idea. You can,
yeah,
and
absolutely.
people also can use your idea to gratitude somebody.
Yeah, exactly. But it's said gratitude is the best way to express your positive nature.
What is on your bucket list?
Bucket list. My bucket list is very big.
How many have you covered so far?
I don't know. I covered at least I think 50%, but still 50% is there. And I wanted to do a scuba diving. That is one of my important points. But I fear of water. I've done the snorkeling, but scuba diving I'm just still debating whether I can do it or not and all that. That's one thing which always, whenever I go on a holiday, that is on my back of my mind. And again, I just put it on the back burner. That is scuba diving. Second thing is traveling around the world, which I'm doing it now. Already I must have seen more than 70, 80 countries. I want to see another 70 countries. And third thing is I want to live in Switzerland for 1 month at least, with no worries in the world. What a beautiful country it is. I love Switzerland. Recently I went to New Zealand. It's also as beautiful as Switzerland. But Switzerland is the #1 country. That is again one more bucket list. And I wanted to learn photography, cooking and gardening after retirement. And I wanted to do those 3 things. And these are my bucket lists for the time being. But they keep on expanding.
So you like traveling or like staying in one sort
I
of
love
place?
travel. I love travel. And every year I take at least 3-4 holidays with family. And I go to a lot of conferences. So I love to go and see the places.
What is a perfect holiday for you?
Perfect holiday is with the family and friends and a lot of food, lot of greenery, lot of scenery. I don't like too much activity. I want to lose myself in a beautiful forest or a beautiful snow-peaked mountains, but I want to have a family and friends together. That is my
lovely.
beautiful holiday.
And you are more of a night owl or a day person?
I am not a night owl because only thing is night times I listen to Chaya Geet, that is 10 to 10:30 music, and 10:30, 11 I used to sleep. But nowadays sometimes if I got office work, sometimes I want to make some slides for the presentation. I go late into the night, 11, 11:30 I sleep. But every day morning 5, 5:30 I wake up. Every day because we play tennis from 6 to 7, myself and my wife. So every day I'm never a late riser.
So that's how you keep yourself fit.
Yeah, fit and every day. Even Sunday mornings. This morning I woke up right at 5 o'clock and I'm ready by 6 o'clock.
You're always fit and energetic.
Yeah, fit and take on the world. I feel that many people who miss the sunrise, they are missing something in the life. So you should rise early to catch up that sunrise, which is a beautiful miracle of nature.
So what goals you have for the next 5 years?
Oh, that's a trickish question. I don't usually put goals for myself. They just keep on happening. God is kind to me that He has given me so many things. I don't have any complaints in life. Next 5 years goals, I think I wanted to see my son and son-in-law and my daughter and my daughter-in-law to settle in their careers. And so 3 of them are doctors, except my daughter-in-law. So I want to see all 4 of them settle in their careers. So that is, of course, it's not my goal, but I just wanted to see them. That's my one of the things which I like to see that. And second thing is I wanted to start a trust, what is called a Stop Accidents Trust, so that many accidents can be prevented. That is my calling in life. At the end of the day, I want people to remember me for that, not for anything else. That I've come here to this world to save so many lives who are otherwise met with an accident like that. And another thing is I'm planning to start a foundation on my mother's name. I lost my mother 2 years back, and I wanted to help a lot of mothers who do not have support from their children in the terms of giving them health care or knee replacements or whatever is that. So these are my next 5-year goals.
Something challenging also.
Yeah, very much. All of them are challenging. Otherwise, there is no fun in having a goal.
So what changes you have been done recently in your life?
Changes, there go a lot of things that happen. Now it is 10 years since I started Sunshine Hospital, which I am very happy and proud and fulfilled. But now it's a time to move on. So now majority of the Sunshine stake is being bought by Kim's Hospital, which is owned by my co-brother Dr. Bhaskar. And I'm very excited about that because now we are both again going to work together. And next decade, we will do many bigger things and better things. This is one of the important changes in my life.
That's nice. And what are you passionate about?
Passionate about life. Life. I'm very passionate about life.
So what really gets under your skin and makes you mad?
Mad whenever my hospital staff do not take care of the patients. I get so disturbed on that. That is the only thing. As you ask the passionate, I'm very passionate about the patient care also in the profession. As a totality, I love life and I'm passionate about life. But in the profession, the moment I get into the hospital, I'm passionate and paranoid about the patient care. I always think how I can get better to this patient, how I can make this patient more happy, how I can serve this patient more, like that.
Yeah, that's how a doctor takes care of the patient.
Yeah, that's it. I'm not doing anything extraordinary, but that's how I want it to be.
What is your most memorable dream?
Dream? I don't have dreams. My memorable dream is, as I said, is like a bucket list. I want to travel all around the world with family and friends.
Or this dream when you sleep?
I don't remember the dreams. I get here and there, but not any dream which really is there in my mind. No.
If you could travel back in time, what time you would go back?
A good question. I would like to go back to my Pune days. I did my post-graduation in Pune, and that was in fact one of the toughest, financially toughest aspects of my life. At the time, my salary was 900 rupees, my house rent was 1100 rupees. So every month I used to borrow money from the people. But that was very happiest days of my life. I'm newly married, I got my son, and it was beautiful. So Pune days and then England. These 2 days are very, very happy days. If the time gives me back, I go back to them.
Would you like to share any more experience about your Pune days?
Pune days, yeah, I did my post-graduation there, and Bhavani and me used to stay in the nice apartment there. The moment I come back from the hospital on a scooter, my son, whom you have seen just now, he was a 4-year-old. He used to stand in the balcony on the second floor and keep on looking at the road about me. The moment I come, he used to wave, and I used to pick him up and take him on a ride in the scooter and buy him ice cream. That was one of my most happiest moments with my son. And I enjoy that moment. I recall that moment even now. Yeah.
That looks sweet. A happy father. And
yeah,
happy
absolutely.
son.
I can still remember that guy holding the rails and looking onto the door on the road to see my scooter coming.
What lesson you have learned from your life?
Oh, that's lessons learned. Many lessons are learned, but I always tell again that the lessons I learned from life is spend time with parents. That is one thing I regret of not doing so much as I love to, because I lost my mother 2 years back. Before that, my mother used to stay in Guntur. She used to write to me, ring me, asking me to come and spend time with her. But somehow in this race of career and life, I never found that enough time to spend with her. But by the time she came to my house, she got a stroke and she was not with me. She could not recognize who I am. So that is one of the regrets of my life. So that is one lesson I wanted to tell my youngsters. Never lose the opportunity to spend time with your parents. And of course, the same thing goes with the family and friends. And another important point is don't wait for the happiness at the end of the journey. Happiness is the journey. That is most important. A lot of people thinking that let me pass the medical college, I'll be happy. Let me buy the car, I'll be happy. Let me get married, I'll be happy. No. The whole journey of life itself, you should find happiness. Otherwise, you will never find happiness.
You should be happy with
everything, every day, every small things. I feel so excited about it. See my small things. I see a small bird coming and sitting on that small tree there. I feel so happy. I see my dog Coco coming and jumping on me. I feel so happy. So these are things which life is made up of.
So all small things in your life become big happy.
That's it.
The biggest things.
Absolutely.
How do you manage your anger?
I just shout and forget. That's it. They're just so small. 30 seconds. I shout and forget.
So what do you think happens after we die?
I don't know. I don't want to know.
So generally people tell that we go to heaven or we go to hell after we die.
I don't have a clue and I don't want to know. What all is life is now. That's it. Not even yesterday. That's how I want to live. There is a good quotation I'll always have it in my room also. I think it's Mahatma Gandhi's quotation. Live life as though you are going to die tomorrow. Learn as though you are going to live forever. That's it. That sums up the whole essence of life. That's what I wanted to live. I live today as though I'm going to die tomorrow because I wanted to get as much happiness as possible. But learning is a continuous process.
So that's how you are positive all the time.
Ready to go.
Energetic,
ready to go. Yeah.
Strong, happy, energetic.
Always.
So what will be your legacy?
My legacy, I said, I wanted to be known as a man with a kind heart who always spread love and helped the people. That's what I want people to remember me.
That's your legacy.
That's my legacy.
And whom do you respect the most in your life?
My mother and my wife. So both of them, in sense, my mother, what all I am today is because of my mother. Though she did not study higher education, she gave me the values and she made me a doctor, and they're also a compassionate, kind doctor who is ready to help the people. And my wife, she was with me through my thick and thin, and she comes from a big family, but still she wanted to have a good family with me, and she was always like a rock next to me, and I just respect these two women.
So what is your health and fitness goals?
I wanted to go to 75 kgs. Now I'm 78. I wanted to go to 75 kgs and keep myself fit for the next 25 years. Yeah, I want to be as fit because my mind is so, ready to take the things, new challenges, new things. I do so many things, but I want my body to understand that and keep it up with my mind.
And I would like to know, like when we see other doctors, they are like very serious and very calm types, and they don't really, mingle with people generally. But when I see you, you are always very positive, energetic, and you do something different all the time. You like doing different things. And you have started a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
And you made few videos that is like mind-blowing. When I saw the video, I was like, seriously, is the person in the video is a doctor? Because you made a video on
food.
Yeah, food. And I was like, okay, too many plates in front of you, and you were like eating and explaining what each and every food item. So why did you get that idea?
Since I said, right from my childhood, I keep on doing things differently. Right from my childhood, I always used to do things differently. Even I've done the marriages of my children also differently. It was an open house like thing, from morning 10 o'clock to evening 5 o'clock, the marriage. That means the children, and we stood there on the dais, and the whole day people are coming and greeting us. First time it happened in Hyderabad. So I just wanted to do something different. So like that, even this also, I got so many hats to don. As I said, I can't stay in one place with one thing. I play music, I did radio jockeying, I write books, I do the YouTube channel, I interview the people, I play tennis, I play cricket, I play table tennis. I love to do so many things.
All round.
So many things. I don't say all-rounder, jack of all trades, master of none. But I love this. I love it. And at some stage, in fact, in my bucket list, I want to host a TV show like you. At some stage, I wanted to do a TV show. And so these are the things, I love them. And where do you find the time? Whenever you want to do something you love, you will always find the time.
Yeah.
So now I'm planning to start a small YouTube studio in my house so that I can talk whenever I want. And you must have seen the dance video also with me and Bhavani.
Yeah, I would like
Pawan
to
Kalyan's
know.
song.
Like, how did you even think of
That
dancing?
one, again, that is a private video shot by my son for our CEO Club annual day. But that has got into a studio where it leaked and it gone to WhatsApp. and rest is history. All over the world, it has become viral. But it's okay. I don't have any problems
And
with that.
people can see how energetic and how jovial doctor
Yeah, absolutely.
is.
Why not? Why not?
A very good dancer also. Nice moves you have got.
I don't say that, but I don't say that. But as I said, a moment enjoyed is never wasted. That is my philosophy in life.
And even a competition to other doctors, people can get inspired by looking at your videos. Like, okay, let's do something different like Dr. Guravareddy.
Yeah, why not? Why not? Why not? That's what patients relate to me even before they come into my cabin. Because like you, now that thanks to social media, they see the videos, they read my book. So before they enter my cabin, they know what I am. And they know what I eat, they know what I love. A lot of patients now get me jeedipappu pakam, taati munjalu, and junnu, chicken. All these things, people get it to me. I eat all of them in my cabin. So that's what the people relate to me, and that's really helped me a lot.
Compared to other doctors, I even heard that you are very close to the rest of the people in the hospital.
The team,
Team.
Yeah, I love to treat them because I don't have any egos in my life. That's why the moment I enter the hospital, though I'm the chief of the hospital, anybody who says good morning to me, I'll again say good morning back to them. Sometimes I myself go to the people who are working on there and put a hand on their shoulder and tell them how is life or how are you doing, like that. I ask them. So I interact with the people so many times, and every Monday morning we have one session called Share My Dream. All the people assemble in auditorium and people talk about things. Share my dream is my dream. My dream is to help the people and patients. So in that I interact with my staff. So that also I love to do that. I don't want any curtain or invisible screen between me and my staff.
You connect to
everybody. I want to connect
in
that's
person.
It. That's it.
So that's really
as much
the
as
bonding grows.
Yeah,
in the
absolutely,
hospital,
absolutely.
and
That's
they
what it
would
is.
like to work more passionately.
Exactly. I say that you need 4 T's to establish any relationship in life, not the green tea and the black tea. 4 T's: touch, time, trust, and talk. These 4 things. If you can show any of these 4, your life is done. You can maintain any relationship.
What is your definition about trust?
Trust is definitely when others believe you blindfolded. That is trust.
So I have a set of questions. You need to choose one from the other.
It is like a quick fire.
Yeah. So, Kalakand or Junnu?
Junnu.
Reading.
But I love Kalakand also.
Yeah, that's the reason I've selected both the things.
Both the things, I love it.
So you choose Junnu or Kalakand. Okay, reading books or watching movies?
Oh, you're asking different questions, difficult questions. Watching movies.
Love or money?
Love. There is no doubt about that. Any day.
Rain or snow?
Rain.
Fame or money?
Fame.
Operation theatre or bedroom?
Daytime operation room, nighttime bedroom.
No, you have to choose one. You can't choose both of them.
Oh boy, trickish. I think bedroom.
So even you're a very romantic person.
I'm very, very romantic.
Because I've seen a video of yours in the hospital, you talking about rain and a beautiful song visual behind.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Even now, I'm romantic.
And would you like to share any more experience about your...
No, life is a celebration. I enjoyed my life, and every day is I love to wake up from my bed and take on the life and take on the world. And God has blessed me with so many things. I don't have any complaints in life. And thanks, boss.
And trust me, I could tell this. You are very energetic and you should be an inspiration for us. Like whenever we look at you or when I'm talking to you, I feel like, oh my God, I have to be this positive, this energetic, and I have to catch up in my life. So that lots of positive aura you have around you, and that even people who come and talk to you feel positive and feel good. You with a smile and you feel very happy. Like you're always a happy person and a happy doctor. I cannot even tell you a doctor. I'm
a happy man. That's it.
Yeah, you're a A happy man, yeah. A happy
I am a happy person. I also happen to be a doctor. Thanks for the.
And you've been very creative. The book, what you have, the picture on the book is also very creative, and you look a very creative person.
Yeah.
And I would like to ask one more question about, when your daughter have acted in a movie as a child artist.
Correct.
Was it a tough task being a father when your daughter was acting in the movie?
Yeah, because at the time I was in England. So sending her to India, she was 3-year-old. It was a bit tough task, but the picture was produced by my co-brother Gangaraju, so it was like a family. But it was great to see her doing that role and getting that National Best Child Artist Award. It was a great feeling.
So you love watching movies?
I love movies. I love acting in the movies also. I don't have time. I love to act in a movie. Someday I will be a hero in one movie. I'll produce it myself. I'm sure nobody will produce, but I'll produce it myself.
That's the inspiration.
Absolutely. Why not?
Self-motivation also.
Absolutely.
So, did you act in any...
Yeah, I acted in Amrutam tele-serial, which is a famous humor serial ran for years together. Again, it was produced and directed by my co-brother. So I acted in 2-3 episodes on that. I acted in a couple of advertisements. And I do a lot of vlogging and the YouTube now. So good fun.
So thanks a lot, sir, for your valuable time. I know it's very busy for you all the time. You're always busy with something or the other, but you have taken a little time and given us time, and it's been really great talking to you, and really pleasure to meet you and take your interview. Thanks a lot for.
Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to go back into my childhood memories, and it was a wonderful time. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Pleasure. Thanks for this opportunity to talk to you. It was a wonderful Sunday morning, and what a better way than to share my memories with you. And thanks to the Luxry TV. I wish you all the best, and I pray to God to give you all the health and happiness forever.